Testing, testing. Welcome everybody, CFC 2025, penultimate round of Swiss Draw. My name is Thomas Fischer, and I'm joined here in the booth with
Henry Mattinson. Good morning, Tom. We are fresh off a first game of the day on the lovely sands of Lanzarote here. And Tom, who do we have up for us next? I think we have a treat.
Absolutely we do. We have BUFA against Alti TV, like and subscribe, best in the world.
Alti TV, obviously needing no introduction. Tom, tell me about BUFA. I'm seeing an eclectic mix of jerseys from across the world here, seemingly another team brimming with talent. Anything you can tell me?
Oh, absolutely. Just another stacked roster here at CFC 2025. We have Mickael Remy, Sedi Jezerski, Becky Melanowski, ton of talent from both Europe and across the pond in the US. Kind of meeting in the middle here in the Canary Islands on a beautiful, beautiful morning here in Lanzarote. This Alti TV team has been taking this tournament by storm. Big universe point win against German superstar team yesterday evening as the sun started to set on this stunning beach. That universe point featured a layout block, I believe, into a catch back to the Alti TV team, who then managed to get a nice hold in the end. Yeah, really stunning roster, this Alti TV team, featuring a range of coaching and playing talent. Much of the coaching talent also showing their proficiency on the beach, on the sand themselves. Very, very stacked roster. Lots of huge names that we'll be mentioning throughout the game. And yeah, we've definitely got a treat in store for us today. We've got Steph Rapazzo directing on this near sideline. He really is the mastermind of it all here with this Alti TV crew, both from a filming perspective and broadcasting, but also with this roster.
You know, I think some people look at Steph and they see the personality, they see the cuisine connoisseur. We have to remember that Steph also took an ISNO team to greatness. So he does know what he's doing on the other side of the disc.
Absolutely right, absolutely right. We've got Alt TV starting on offense here. We've got Bonnet and Mickael in the handler space. Some sort of quick turn, giving BUFA a real quick red zone option here. They look for the loft disc to the Canadian disconnection player, whose name is currently escaping me, in the backfield. They shoot deep immediately, and that's a big toe-in grab at the back of the end zone. Absolutely unguardable throw. Pretty high risk, but it's a goal. Big break to start, pretty quick, and Alt TV immediately on the back foot, a breakdown, and they'll be starting this one 1-0 down.
Yeah, potentially a small upset. Not the first time we would see a Pac-Man jersey causing upsets this season.
Absolutely not. Yeah, the hand block there on the inside throw from Conor Mickael. He goes for the second effort grab to try and get the disc back off the mark's hand, but to no avail. And it's quickly worked around the back after a little bit of hesitation, up the line, attack deep, and great toe in there.
I don't actually know Noah Vale. What team does Noah play for, Tom?
Great friend of mine, Noah. I believe he's a big name on the Princeton circuit, but yeah, we'll have to see what he's up to in the rest of this game. Alt TV bringing a fresh line out. They can carry on rolling out lines and lines of players who are happy to play both ways. And that pull landing just inside the end zone on this slightly short CFC field. Klinge looking for Buja, working with Klinge in the backfield as they find an American player whose name I don't know, looking for Scazzieri in the end zone, but unfortunately can't hold on to that one. Just sobering up in these early hours of Saturday morning at CFC, one of Europe's greatest party tournaments. Mickael Remy on the disc now, fresh off a 5th place finish at the World's Beach Championships with Poland. Real key driver in that Polish attack that's so known for its aggressive disc movement, particularly deep. But another quick field, short field turnover, and Buja with many fakes of all kinds. Still hasn't found anyone. Resets the disc on what must have been a very, very high stall count. And Klinge and Buja once again just popping it around, finding Glusta, and that's a goal.
Yeah, like a handbag salesman on the coast of Lanzarote, an eclectic mix of fakes there, sending the defense left and right, eventually finding a gap.
Yeah, absolutely unguardable. You don't know if it's Golce and Tabana or Ford Tom or the like, but yeah, really great with the fakes there. Aggressive disc movements from the Colombian there, and eventually they get it done.
But Alt TV ties it up, 1-1. It looks like we have a good game on our hands.
Absolutely we do.
Lining up.
We've got Liam Grant, the Irish legend from Pelt, Conor Mickael. Looks like we have Martina Kmechva, we have Carmen Lagarla, and someone whose face I couldn't quite see is, we have Mikey Leung from Pod Practice, the Johnny Bravo coach, real veteran, emotional and sort of tactical leader of that team. He's guarding deep against Edwin, I believe one of the leaders of this BUFA team, as they swing it around the back. Nice grab there from Edwin. Pac-Men moving it backwards now. Liam Grant marking the backfield. Mickael shutting down this reset, and it's squeaky bum time for BUFA, who managed to get it over to this near side. And they find a lovely around backhand into the goal. And yeah, it's pretty getting a bit more clinical now, so hopefully we'll see a fewer unforced drops and unforced turns, and have these players show us what they're really made of. Would like to shout out Aquarius Sports Drink for their informal sponsorship of this tournament. Real great beverage, available in a wide range of flavors: orange, lemon, and peach. And I'm enjoying an orange one here. Did you know that water alone is actually less hydrating than an electrolyte beverage due to the mix of salts? Get yours at all good retailers on the beach here at the playa in Lanzarote.
Fascinating stuff. Here we go. Oh, a absolutely clutch grab from Bonnet there to start our 4th point. LTTV will be looking for another hold before they no doubt plan to regain their hold in the lead of this game. Working it quickly up the line, tossed it through the middle, and just past the outstretched Helton in the end zone.
Pretty difficult to overthrow or throw anything out the reach of Helton, the World Games veteran. Absolute weapon on the sand, on the grass. I'm sure all European minds wonder how she would fare on the fabled hard court handball courts, but no doubt would be unguardable there too. BUFA with the immediate deep look, and Sadie Jezerski with the clutch grab there, coming up with a big play, just like they did game in, game out at US Club Nationals, playing for Exist. Their first year with Exist, coming over to play with the New York City-based side. They carried the team to an impressive finals berth, unfortunately unable to knock off a really strong and sort of kind of inevitable hybrid, Ann Arbor hybrid team. But Jezerski, no doubt, a really big part of that offense, playing with Exist and repping the Team USA reversible there, big flex from number 11.
So 3-1, not a position LTTV necessarily expecting to find themselves in, but yeah, with a roster this stacked full of talent, I think the game is far from a foregone conclusion.
Absolutely, and they're all veterans of this. I mean, with the coaching talent, coaches from Johnny Bravo, Revolver, the Is No Good, really impressive, sort of game management knowledge from Benji Rees and co. And what an absolute dot there in the back, finding Kmečva, the Slovakian legend, really, talismanic leader of the both the Slovakian national team and also the BFD Shout defense. Surely one of the premier deeps on the female matching side in Europe and the world. Absolutely unguardable there in the end zone with that combination of size and speed, game IQ, and also throwing ability. You know, if you want to back her, she'll come under, throw the hucks herself. So yeah, really versatile players, all-rounders here on this AltaTV side. Just glazing them a bit more here for you today, like Krispy Kreme, another sponsor of our show here today. They'll be working with us, I'm sure, in the future. Hopefully they can provide us with some good wares. Steph Rapazzo with a little jig there on the sideline. He seems happy as he passes us in the booth. He's checking in on some of the AltaTV players here on the sideline who appear to not be suited up for the team. But he doesn't seem too concerned with this wide-ranging talent as he, positive attitude on the sideline, high fives with the opposition. He's a real great figure in European Ultimate.
Okay, here we have another look at an AltaTV D-line. They'll be looking to generate some turns here.
Jezerski with the absolute zinger through to Remy, who surely has quickly gained some chemistry with the American. And that one, finding Melanowski in the back corner, can't leave them unguarded, as we saw for USA Women at WBUC. Doing it all over the field, under, deep, break side. That's another goal for BUFA.
Another goal for Ulti TV, I believe, as I see. No. I informed me wrong. Yeah, another goal for BUFA, working it up very quickly there, cutting through that defense very nicely.
Lots of people here on the sideline at CFC enjoying a wide range of fruits and coffees this morning, provided by the kind tournament organizers. Shout out Bastian Spiegel.
And put together a lovely, both a lovely tournament and a lovely series of refreshments for us here. Can't really ask for much more.
Absolutely, not just the standard tournament fruit snacks like bananas and apples, but also slightly more exotic things. Papaya, mango, melon, delightful. Huge blading hammer pull there, fielded by Conor Mickael. Real classic Alt TV O-line look here with Buja the first look, kind of in this slight handler weave, as Mickael finds Kamechva zinging that lefty flick inside. He moves it back into Buja in the middle, who with his patented no pivot backhand finds the throw and go devil Christina Tlusta, who nicely moves it back to Buja, who really goes every other for this Alt TV offense. And once again, with his wide range of fakes, he moves it aggressively upfield to an up-rushing handler who just pops into the end zone for the goal.
Yeah, Buja, a pleasure to watch over the last couple of seasons. An absolute unknown to me before he stepped into the Tokai Super Team. I believe has moved to Madrid, crossed over the Atlantic, and we're seeing more of him over in the European circuit.
Absolutely, and very intrigued to see what's in store for the Madrid resident now. Wondering who might end up playing club with, what the deal might be for World Clubs next year, especially after such an impressive performance at the World Games in Chengdu in China. Henry, what did you think of that tournament?
Man, it's a big one. I think, these club tournaments, always good to see some eclectic mixes of people coming together, but nothing quite like the World Games. And here we have another point with LTTV back on the D.
Huge blading forehand from Jezerski there, looking for Malinowski deep, and didn't connect, but it doesn't matter because BUFA's defense with the layout there from number 30, able to get it straight back, and they now have another red zone chance. And Jezerski once again finding Malinowski in that exact same spot, absolutely unguardable in that back corner. I think Alt TV are going to have to get a bit closer on that defense, otherwise they're going to keep getting rinsed in that back corner. So just getting a nice replay of that huck turn into the huge layout D there. Not often that you see Irene Scazzieri getting blown up on an under, but slightly thrown behind the receiver there. And Malinowski with the break side movement early, straight to the back cone, just camping out there. One man army pro with the camping at the back corner, and knowing that Jezerski is going to zing that bad boy in for a quick goal. So BUFA up 5-3, starting this point on defense, and if they can get another break here, this game might be quickly getting out of hand, Henry.
Yeah, games to 13 here in Lanzarote, so still plenty of time and room to play with.
Absolutely, and it's quick, fast-paced ultimate here as Shayla Harris from Fury looks steep for Arvid Kanklinch, who can't quite reel that one in. Bit of a surprise after such an impressive breakout season with the Toronto Rush in the UFA, after putting up some really serious numbers in the league. And he was something like top 20 throwing yards, top 20 receiving yards, and definitely a top setter on the blocking side as well, despite playing on an O-line. And BUFA there can't quite connect on the slightly arcing inside Flik, and Alt.TV are off the races with their real give-go style, and they find Klinge on the front cone all alone, and they make it 5-4. It's getting warm here today. Sun is rising, and we're in a white tent. White tent's good when you're inside and everything's closed off. Sun gets reflected, but when you're inside and the light starts getting bounced off the walls onto your skin, it gets a bit warmer. But we'll survive. We're covered in sand, so we're not too worried about the sunburn just yet.
Yeah, and arguably potentially one of the higher athletic conditioning levels we would see at a CFC, with us coming just off the tail end of the World Beach Ultimate Championships. Lots of athletes delightfully conditioned after 1 week churning up the Portimao sands. And here we are, BUFA. BUFA starting on O, but giving away the disc. Alt.TV with an opportunity to claw on back and even it up.
Legala just missing Liam Grant, the back corner there. Klinge with a bit of sledging on the sideline there. Unhappy with the either the thrower or the catcher, I'm unsure, but he sits down and enjoys a fresh sip of Aquarius. Just shouting them out once again. So Henry, Remy on the disc here. Really known for that deep game from Poland, but just as comfortable working around the back. He finds himself in the handler space here, and working with Melanowski, who we saw unleash some real Flik bombs deep in the World Beach Ultimate Championships. Jezerski once again shooting huge for another turnover. Don't want to test Kmechova deep, even if the matchup is Melanowski on offense. Pretty difficult one there for Melanowski, but the brute squad legend is putting on a big force and forcing this Alt.TV movement wide, and Liam Grant does get his goal. Oh, no, not quite. He signals himself in, but it's brought in on the sideline. Let's see if he can get the stat he so deserves. And he does. Alt.TV bringing it to 5-all, evening it up. We have a game on our hands, Henry. You mentioned earlier this Lanzarote sand, a bit different from the Portimao sand. Henry, tell me about your recent experiences with the geology and the landscape here in Lanzarote. I believe you're quite well versed in the differences between southern Portugal and this Canary Island.
Well, obviously in the run-up to the tournament, it only seemed correct to familiarize myself with the local terrain. So I spent the week in the run-up to the tournament doing a comprehensive hike across the length of the island, just to acclimatize myself.
Yeah, it's a really big time zone difference. Altitude's pretty high here. A lot of acclimatization needed, really. Pretty challenging conditions here in Lanzarote. So wise to do that.
Yeah, I think ultimately, given the prep, whether it's Portugal or Lanzarote, I'm unfit and underskilled on both, but having skill, having fun in both places. So here we find ourselves 5-5. BUFA on the disc.
Walking it up after what appears to have been a brick pull. Pitches not super long here at CFC, so bricked pulls with regulation 15 paces in upfield from the center of the end zone, giving teams quite the advantage here. You don't want to be bricking pulls as BUFA have the disc near side, and Shayla Harris with a big layout grab there, but potentially a strip here as the Fury all-rounder and athletic star contests that one, I think, and that one goes back to the thrower on the sideline. I think after what looked to be a potential miscommunication with central reset for BUFA coming back and potentially getting overthrown or unsure, they'll be glad to have that one back as they complete to the middle of the field, looking for an ISO coming back into the reset space. As Pac-Man move the disc around in the backfield here, Bonnet on the force. One of the stalwarts of this Alt TV side. He's been recurring feature for Alt TV, like and subscribe, best in the world. Ever since his breakout performance at WBUC in 2023. After losing to the US in pool play by a fair few, France put up some insane numbers and an almost perfect game against the US in semis, knocking out the mixed team before going on to take a gold medal in LA against Spain. That mixed team wasn't quite able to defend the title in Portimao last week, but they were still a very impressive outfit, and once again France showing their strength on beach in all divisions, finishing third and 8th respectively. So really great performance from the up-and-coming youngsters who are really, as a country, really investing in youth talent, and it's showing. So we're really excited to see what's to come for that nation.
Absolutely, Tom.
So we got the layout D here from Shayla Harris, and oh my word, it's super close. And I can see why on the pitch that one was a bit too close to call. And it went back. Yeah, really impressive athleticism there, making up the ground on the under. As we see Alt TV just farming yards here. So many open side unders, followed by the deep strike. Ooh, couldn't quite connect deep, but really showing that they can get some big under gainers over and over again, as we see. I think that must have been Legala shooting deep for Tlusta, just unable to reel that one in, as BUFA get another break chance. Multiple flick fakes, and then Remy with the wide pivots finds Melnowski, who zings the inside backhand, moving into the middle. Remy once again, Melnowski popping it back to Remy, who is absolutely chefing it up here. Wow, great jab step move from Melnowski in that isolated up the line space. Lovely tiki-taka movement here from BUFA, who'd bring it to half, 7-5.
Yeah, phenomenal play up the field from them, showing why this is just a team you can't give the disc to when they start on defense, as they incredibly clinically work their way up the field there. Delightful stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is, I think, as you mentioned at the start of the broadcast, this is, I believe, the penultimate round of Swiss draw. Way it works here at CFC is that all of the every team plays a Swiss draw round. There are only 4 pitches, so we sort of, with the 24 teams, we're waiting for everyone to play a game before the next Swiss draw round starts. And I think by the end of the this 5th round of Swiss draw, after the next game, we will have sort of seeded ourselves going into bracket play. And with the 24 teams, that'll be 1-8, 9-16, and 17-24. I think both these teams looking very, very likely to be in that top 8. And it's just a case of fighting for pride here, and importantly, sort of seeding going into quarters. Both these teams will be really looking for making a finals appearance here at CFC, and it really is a big trophy to have in the cabinet. So everyone's taking it pretty serious, both on the playing and the partying side, and not wanting to miss a second of the action. And we're covering all of it here at Alt TV. Like and subscribe, best in the world. Thanks for joining us. And wow, Alt TV immediately take it away. And Shayla Harris picks it up. Lovely high release lefty pop. Just putting the disc out into space there onto the break side. And that's a quick response from Alt TV as we see this Little miscommunication there, I think. Not quite running through the cut. But yeah, Sejdiceski a little bit loose on the disc today, perhaps. But it's just the first game, just warming up. And we'll see what they can do in the coming points as Alt TV putting out yet another strong line with Revolver head coach just calling the shots there. Great to have such experience at such a high level coming over and coaching at such a prestigious tournament here in the Canary Islands.
Yeah, a quick response from LTTV, as you say. Results don't necessarily matter other than seeding here in the top end of the Swiss draw, but yeah, both teams will be looking to show what they have as a potential finals teaser for us here. BUFA starting at the front of the end zone, swinging across. Working it around the back here. Easy option to Pac-Man. Some quick give and goes. Really looking for the every other here as they work their way up the pitch.
A bit isolated, but managed to find the swing to the far side. And give and go movement continues. And another super wide swing as we see there's quite an extended end zone possession here for BUFA, who do manage to jump it in at the front. Oh, apparently not. Really fighting for the front cone here. Oh, and a fantastic layout block.
That's an exceptional D there.
Senor Bonbon doing the good stuff.
I think we have a call on the mark. Yeah, very hectic end zone offense there. A lot of crowding around the disc, ultimately leading to this block.
A lot of, looks like some contact on the mark being called here. Unsure exactly what happened. Looks like Mickael.
Yeah, foul on the mark is retracted, so the defense holds LDTV with the disc.
Bonnet making the big plays when it matters. Senor Bonbon doing the good as LTTV shoot immediately, looking for Scazzieri, but unfortunately couldn't quite reel that one in. That disc going coast to coast, looking for Scazzieri at the back corner on the far side. But the Fury Star from Italy can't quite reel that one in as BUFA sent the disc. And we see this kind of poachy handler look from LTTV, but BUFA really doing a great job of working the disc over the top until...
Yeah, it's a shame on the contact there, but BUFA really finding the gaps between the slightly poachy defense there, working it around the back.
LTTV were really looking to sag off the handlers, and BUFA quite nicely using that to create some lateral and forward movement there. Just having a look at this replay here, looks like Buja managed to get to the disc first, but did initiate quite a lot of contact immediately after the play. Looks like a bit of discussion, but all good between the players, and turnover is going to stand. Looks like everyone's happy with what happened, as Buja finds Bonnet past Luster, who moves it quickly in the backfield. This trio, I think, are really going to be running the ball. And Buja really finding some nice space there, as Luster just completely free in space on this break side sideline for the backhand around. And this sort of lightning bolt cut, encouraging the switch, and Buja just uses it to create tons of space and that patented instant release, minus 0.5 second stall count, backhand around, just doing bits here on the sand here in Lanzarote.
Yeah, some really nice quick dominator play there. One of the many items in the Ulti TV toolbox, and let's see which of their tools they decide to bring out on the defensive attempt here as Mickael launches a fancy upside downish pull down to BUFA.
Yeah, hard to field. So the Ulti TV team are down, immediately playing defense. As we see a lot of sagging around the disc. And this BUFA team is really just good at working it through. I'm unsure about this look, Henry, these poachy defensive looks. Maybe the Ulti TV veteran coaching staff are just sort of trying a few things out ahead of play later. But I think that this BUFA team is just a bit too good at working in the small spaces, and I wonder if this Ulti TV team with lots of big names and athletic depth might find a bit more success just playing some really hard match defense.
Yeah, I'm sure these thoughts will be running through the minds of the many members of coaching staff on the lines here. But indeed, you take away one thing, I'm sure they'll manage to find the other. But the last few points, BUFA have indeed been looking incredibly quick on the give and go, working it up on the shorter passes. So maybe some tighter looks required. We'll see what comes out next time.
Bonnet receiving the pull here, and sort of absolutely classic now Ulti TV possession starting on offense, with Buja kind of receiving that first pass as they really comfortably look to swing it, but Helton gets hand blocked by Melanowski with the long mark, and this BUFA team have yet another chance as Melanowski finds the far side over the poach, and that is an easy score for them. They are looking good, Henry.
Yeah, BUFA really doing an excellent job at finding all of the open passes given to them, and also hitting a shot like that on the at times quite gusty beaches here. Also incredibly impressive, requiring a lot of confidence to take on that shot. But
as we see on the replay there, sorry to interrupt, just an incredible hand block from Melanowski. Not Kayla Helton, not someone who we often see making kind of offensive mistakes, but I think that's a great example of what's needed here. Not just relying on mistakes, but sort of forcing these turnovers. This BUFA team is really cooking. 9-7 to BUFA, starting on defense. Jezerski with a arcing pull toward the back of the end zone. Mickael sends it deep to Higgins, the veteran revolver cutter, who was one of the few players who was still around on revolver after their glory years in the mid 2010s, and recently came off a USA National Club Championship win in the finals over Machine. Higgins, yet another one of those consistent threats all over the field, as we saw him there starting in the backfield. Mickael didn't want to give him a centering pass. He just cut deep, and big target like that going deep, what's not to like?
Yeah, I think that's a shape we've been seeing a bit more on the beach over the last couple of weeks, both here and in Portimao, of more of these deep cuts coming from the handler space, that being something we don't see so much on the grass, but much more of an eligible play on beach.
Yeah, particularly in mixed with slightly greater difficulty potentially with switching, but you've got to time those throws well, and particularly on the beach, you've got to sit them out, and Mickael did a great job of that, of just sort of waiting. And now BUFA with the turnover looking on the away shot. Super tough one there, just out of the reach in the back of the end zone, as TV stretch it big themselves. Great layout block from, I believe, the BUFA player who threw the turnover, so way to get it back from them.
Yeah, that's one deep turn apiece. We start with BUFA back where they were a minute ago.
Carl Klinge will be warning that one back. And Pac-Man in disconnection once again working around in the backfield. And this BUFA team is good at moving the disc quickly. And that is a fantastic layout D on the lateral movement from Senor Bonbon, Elliot Bonnet. Surely one of the premier beach players in the world. And if you didn't believe it, you probably should now. TV really needing this one. It's 9-8 to BUFA, and TV evening this up at 9s.
Yeah, an eventual break for TV after a couple turnovers apiece there.
Only 5 minutes left in this game.
What an defensive effort there. I hope we get another look at that one here.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I'm sure we will. Disc swings backwards, looking for the give-go movement. Bonnet just immediately reads the play, leaves his feet. Getting that block with the inside hand. Never a chance for BUFA. And with not long left in this game, I feel like this momentum from TV, defensive pressure that they're putting on here, bit tighter match. Sounds like the coaches have maybe been listening to the stream, and the pressure is on here from TV. We're all leveled at 9s. This is a big game, and it's tight.
Mickael with this thumb pull again. This will be an interesting one to discuss later, and actually lands it perfectly at the end of the end zone, so perhaps that was the plan all along rather than the roll out the back.
Yeah, I think these super high arcing pulls can be really effective, but that one going big and deep as BUFA send it coast to coast themselves. Came straight back from whence it came, and that's 10-9. Pressure is back on TV. They need this hold, and they need it badly. And then they need to get a break. So, coaching staff will no doubt be putting together yet another strong line for TV. Looks like we have Higgins, Klinge, Luster, Harris, and Legala. Some absolute weapons here on the beach. Quite a different style of play, I think, as Henry sort of alluded to before. These sort of light, super fit builds can be really good in these longer points tournaments where maybe you have quite a few games in a day, and both these sides having a lot of adequate physical preparation ahead of this tournament with WBUC, as Klinge finds Higgins on the sideline, big under to Harris, who fires deep, looking deep for Klinge. Oh! And it looks like there might be a call.
He's thinking.
Harris shooting deep to Klinge there, who did have steps free, but wasn't the deepest player on offense. So, slightly risky one.
Let's have another look.
Did shoot deep early, but it sat a bit longer than it probably wanted to. And defender came in, forcing Klinge to make the play.
What do you think, Tom? What's your read on it?
I think that the disc sat up a bit, and that the contact probably didn't. Let's have another look. Yeah, it looks like Carl Klinge is kind of coming in there a little bit to the defender's space from our angle, I'd say. Seems like a pretty fair contest on the disc, and it looks like the players in the field have come to a similar conclusion. And it's going to be BUFA's disc. This is pretty crucial here for this ulti-TV line. They need to get this disc back. They need to force a turnover. Otherwise, they are down late in this game as Malinowski shoots deep, and that matchup deep reverses. Carl Klinge should not be tested, and he gets the disc back for ulti-TV.
Yeah, Carl Klinge's making amends there and showing his usual dominance in the aerial space. ulti-TV working it up quickly here. Higgins to Harris.
Harris looking inside. Oh! Legala finds Luster with a super low backhand despite being wide open.
And we are
all tied up at 10s, I believe. That was much needed for ulti-TV. That Harris lays a forehand across the field, past all the defenders. Legala hugging Tlusta there. He's probably saying thank you for picking that one up, as we see her on the sideline. Slight head and hands. Okay, it's all evens.
Time goes after the point, so 45 minutes is our soft cap here at CFC. We will finish the point and add 1, so it's a game to 12 no matter what, as we come into the tail end of our game here.
It's a close one, just how we like it here on stream. Never forget, ulti-TV, like and subscribe, best in the world. Steph Rapazzo, I'm sure, will pay me later for saying that.
Disc out the back here, giving BUFA a pull, giving a break.
They'll be appreciative of that, as that takes a little bit of pressure off on what is must score. Otherwise, they'll be giving ulti-TV the lead. We're seeing this classic pairing of Mickael, Remy, and Jezerski in the backfield. Remy walking it up and not throwing the immediate under, but finding in the reset. Jezerski near side here, being marked by Halton. Wow, Jezerski with an incredible inside backhand there. Unsure who the intended receiver was, but Malinowski, that is at least the third goal that they have scored in that back corner space. Absolutely unguardable, it seems. Really zooming around on the sand, and has the game IQ to match, just finding these open spaces so nicely. I think just really trusting that the BUFA players are going to break the mark, and that finding the open spaces, even if not at the exact time when they're immediately free, but sort of, trusting the three-person break force drill is a high completion rate on this BUFA. We have a game to 12 on our hands. BUFA with the 1-point lead. It's 1-0 game to 2 for BUFA. Henry, what are you thinking? Who are you backing?
I mean, we've just seen a ton of talent on both sides of these, on both teams here. So yeah, I think I have to go with the point advantage.
I'll take the other side. Let's see if ulti-TV can bring this one to Universe and stack a big line. Mickael, far side. Mickael back again. Oh, pretty low one. Dug up there as Higgins rips a huck deep, but cannot connect.
BUFA potentially one score away from taking the win here.
I think they've got a fair bit smaller squad. So impressive work from this team, who are really grinding out these unders. Higgins trying to get redemption for that huck turnover. And
that's a foul called on the play. Maybe we will be able to have another look at this one.
As after the zinging inside flick, Buja with the huge shoulder high layout D attempt there Definitely getting a bit of disc, but it looks like the BUFA player is unhappy with the contact. There was potentially some contact on the shoulder there, and maybe the arm, some non-incidental contact. We'll leave it on the players to decide. We've got some Alt TV players asking for VAR. And wow, definitely a really athletic play. Looks super close. Unsure. Going to leave it to the players on the pitch to decide. Oh, words are being put in our mouths as people are claiming VAR is saying a turnover, but I wanted to leave it to the players on the field. They're the ones who know. I think our camera angle was a bit too close to call. Disc goes back, and seems like that's a contest. As we get an immediate turnover there, and Ulti TV immediately swinging it round. They really need this one. They've got to do this patiently. Oh, wow. Super close. Buja stuck on the sideline here. Just overthrows on that, his favorite backhand around to Tluster. BUFA, couple of short passes before calling a timeout. But timeout's not allowed in after cap, apparently. So just swinging this backwards. They got a short breather, but not the length of breather that they might have wanted. Everyone here on pitch is working hard. Huge grab for BUFA there, who once again find one of these sort of really scraping inside flicks, and then immediately flip the field once again. And they find an incredible laying out reception in the end zone. That was a huge grab, super clutch, as BUFA take it 12-10. Yeah, what a game, Henry.
That's a phenomenal last point, full of some highlight plays there alone, which I think is fitting for what was a fantastic game there. Many congratulations to BUFA, managing time and time again to find the gaps given them by them to Ulti TV, working up and putting the pressure on offense. I really hope we see these two again. I think this may well be our finals preview, and what a treat of a final that would be to see again.
Absolutely. Both these teams coming up with some huge plays. That last BUFA offensive possession, I think, really just sort of representing the whole game, coming in clutch with 3 huge grabs there, basically immediately in a row. Really great grab on a high flick under, flipping the field immediately, disc caught behind the player. Very clutch indeed. And then the end zone grab just to seal the deal. And here we're just seeing a couple of these collected highlights from the game. Fantastic performance from both sides. Really excited to see what else is to come on this stream pitch. Thanks so much for joining us in the booth here. I've been Thomas Peter Fisher, and I've been joined by
Henry is sufficient for me.
Henry is sufficient, great name. And thanks so much. Like, subscribe, comment, Alt TV, best in the world stream, and keep enjoying the free content.
Yeah, stay with us. This is just day 2 of our 3 days here at CFC, so we'll have plenty of bangers coming up over the rest of the weekend. So stick around and enjoy.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, ultimate.
Alti.tv